The subject was struck multiple times and is currently receiving medical care at Lakeland Regional Medical Center, and his condition is serious. Officer Mills was also struck in the upper part of his right arm and is also receiving care at this time.
How's his condition? What's the condition now?
Of who?
Of the officer.
The officer's condition is good, but it is a gunshot wound to his upper right arm.
And just one?
It was only one. It appears, and we have confirmed that it was only one wound to his upper right arm.
Do we know about his vest?
Yes, ma'am. He was wearing his bulletproof resistant vest.
How many shots were fired? Do you know?
Not sure at the total round count. We know that Officer Mills was struck once. We know that the subjects fired several shots at them, and our officers returned several shots at the subject, striking him multiple times.
When they approached him, did they think that he might be armed and dangerous, or did they have any inclination that this might go down the way it did?
No, we received a tip earlier this morning from another officer that he may be in the area and that he had an active Polk County Sheriff's warrant for resisting arrest without violence. There wasn't any indication that he was armed until he drew that firearm and shot at our officers.
And he was armed. I mean, he had 4 firearms on him?
Yes, ma'am. We understand that he had 4 firearms on his person at the time of the confrontation.
What was he wanted for?
He was wanted for resisting arrest without violence out of the Polk County Sheriff's Department.
What was his name? Can you say?
I don't know if we've released that information. I'm not sure at this time if next of kin has been notified, so we're not going to release that information. But as soon as we know that next of kin has been released, we'll get that out to the media.
But you're sure that the wanted person they were looking for is the same guy?
Yes, sir. That has been confirmed that they're both one and the same.
Has the department ever had to deal with this young man?
Yes, we've had dealings with this person in the past. Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about Officer Mills. How long has he been in the force?
Officer Mills is 36 years of age. He's been with the department for 5.5 years. I just left him up at Lakeland Regional Medical Center. He's in good spirits. He's surrounded by family and friends.
How fortunate are you that was the turnout?
I'm not happy about the turnout. I'm disgusted with the sense of violence that we're seeing here with gun violence occurring, but I'm very proud of our officers. They responded well. Their training kicked in, and they were able to end this confrontation very quickly, and we're very proud of them. Sergeant Jeff Gary, I'd like to mention, is 54 years of age. He's been with our agency for 22 years, and obviously having a supervisor here is great.
Chief, there's been a lot of gang violence in Lakeland. Any indication that this particular suspect was involved in gangs?
No, sir, I do not. Well, due to this person, there was an involvement with gangs. We're sure of that.
Do you know how old he was?
The suspect, I'm not sure of the age, no ma'am.
Can you give us a little layout of the scene? Obviously, we see the motorcycle. What's going on behind the houses there with all the officers?
They're conferencing right now, working out how they're going to work the forensics of the shooting scene and everything. That's just a caucus going on with them.
Shells over there? I mean, was there shots fired everywhere?
No, sir. It was limited to the area that you see behind me, where the motorcycle and the police car is located. It's limited just to that area right over there.
Talk to me about the scene. I talked to some residents. They say crime's a big concern, especially in this park here. Is this an area where you see most of it?
We see crime in this area as we do in other geographic areas within the city. I wouldn't say there's more or less here, no ma'am.
How was the officer shot? Was he arriving on his motorcycle, then shot? Did he get up the bike, and then a firefight took place?
Initially, what we understand initially, and this may change because we're still in the beginning of this, the infancy of this investigation, both Sergeant Gary and Doug Mills were on the ground moving toward the subject. They began giving him verbal commands to call him over, to converse with him, and to confirm whether or not he was the person that was wanted. Without provocation, he drew a firearm underneath his shirt and shot at our officer, striking Officer Mills.
Did Officer Mills return fire after he was shot? Is that what happened?
I believe it was during the exchange of gunfire. I'm not sure exactly. That would be hard to say.
So it was fairly close range. I mean, obviously he was outside.
They usually are, yes, ma'am.
You said he had 4 guns on him.
He had 4 guns on his person concealed underneath his clothing.
Like 4 handguns all in his waistband, you're saying?
If I understand it right, he had guns in each pocket, and then he was wearing double belts, and he had 2 inside. Well, he had 1 left inside underneath his shirt. Obviously, he was armed with 1.
Is that normal? What's your reaction to that?
Disgusted.
What's your reaction
Saddened.
What's your reaction to the fact that there's a playground right there? Fortunately, no kids were out there at the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Most people are not running around with 4 guns. What's his criminal background?
We're running that criminal history. I'm going to allow Assistant Chief Link to answer that question if he has that information. But the problem is, because we can't identify the subject right now, we can't release the information, we can't really talk about his past criminal history. All that will come to light as this investigation continues this afternoon.
Is he from Lakeland?
Yes, ma'am. What I'm proud about is that the way that our officers responded. They responded professionally. They used the necessary force to stop this confrontation quickly without it escalating and other people in the community being hurt. Obviously, somebody armed with 4 guns had some intention to do something today, and I thank God that our officers were able to intervene and stop him.
Let me go back. You talked about no one being hurt. It's clear you got that marked off over there at the playground. Did any bullets flew from that scene down into that playground area?
I'm not sure at this time, sir. I'm not sure which directions we have an initial understanding. We understand that, but I'm not clear on that as yet, so I can't speak to that.
Thank you.
That it? Thank you all. Thank you very much.